Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends and subscribers. This is Mahmoud Sheikh, and from past few videos I am working on Microsoft Excel 2016. In this just before that, I just want to say that if anyone wants to view the Hindi version of this series, for them we will paste the link of this series Hindi version in a description below. And in this video we will be going to start on discussing statistical functions. In our last video we have completed our discussion on mathematical functions, and in this video we will be starting our discussion on statistical functions. There are different types of statistical functions available. As you can see, I have mentioned the name of all the statistical functions here on the steps. We are having average, count if, max, min, median, mode, average if. Okay, all these are statistical functions which we will find in MS Excel 2016. Okay, now let us start our discussion with the very first function of statistical categories function. One is which is the average function. Okay, here I have written the explanation of it. Average function returns average of its arguments. Okay, in this video tutorial series, while discussing the aggregate functions, which is the very first video or movie in the series, where there I have explained what is average. Okay, so this average function returns the average of arguments, average of either two numbers or a range of numbers. As you can see, the syntax of average is average bracket number 1 comma number 2 and number 3 and so on. We can either specify two numbers. You can either select two or three numbers, or you can select the range of series of numbers inside the average function. Okay, here I'll just delete this, and as I have said earlier, every function in Excel starts with the equal sign. So you need to type equal, and then write average, then select two numbers. First one is 10, and then select comma, and then select second one. Okay, now close the bracket and then hit enter. Okay, so now I get the average of these two numbers, which is 10.5. Okay, you saw I have selected these two numbers individually. You can do that. You can select two numbers individually also, or you can select the list of numbers, which I am going to do now. Okay, I have written down the average function, open bracket, and then I will select this complete range, and now I will close the bracket, and now I will hit enter. You can see I get the average of all these numbers. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the average of either two numbers or a range of numbers in Excel 2016. Okay, now we are having a next function in statistical function is the count function. Count function allows you, or count function helps you to count the numbers, count the numbers that are present in your sheet, or in your range. Okay, how much ever range you selected, in that range how much ever numbers will be there, it will return you the count of those numbers. As you can see here in explanation, count function counts how many numbers are in the range. Okay, the syntax of this function is count value 1, value 2 and value 2. You can either specify, mention the values, or you can select the range. Okay, now I will just delete this and put equal sign and then count, and then I will type 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Okay, now I will close the bracket and then I will hit enter. As you can see, I have passed four numbers inside the count function. That's why I have got 4 as a result. So it returns the count of the numbers that I have passed as a parameter inside the count function. Okay, now this is the first method. Now if you want to make a count of any two numbers or any three numbers, first you need to select this and then put a comma and then select another and then close the bracket and hit enter. Okay, now you can see as I have selected two numbers from my spreadsheet, that's why I have got the value as 2 as a result. Okay, now if you want to select the range, you can do that also. So write equal sign, count, open bracket, and then select the complete range and then close the bracket and then hit enter. You can see it has returned me the value of 6, which means here I have 6 numbers in this range, and I have added this numbers as a range to the count function. That's why I have got 6 as a result. Okay, so this is how we can use a count function in MS Excel 2016. And the next we are having in our statistical function is countif. Okay, in this count function you saw I just mentioned the numbers by putting comma between those numbers or by selecting the range of numbers, range of these numbers. Okay, by doing that I got the count. Count if condition works based on the condition. Okay, here you can see in explanation count if function returns the count of numbers of those who satisfies the criteria or condition. Okay, this one is criteria or condition. It satisfies the criteria or condition, which means uh, count if function return you the count of only those numbers which satisfies the condition. Now the condition can be anything. Condition can be less than condition, greater than a condition, less than or equal to condition, or greater than or equal to condition. Okay, here you can see the syntax of this count function is it takes two parameters. First is the range and the second one is the criteria. Range is the number. Range are those numbers to which I want to calculate the count, and criteria is the condition. Okay, like greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, or less than equal to. So here now if I type equal and then count if, see you can see it's telling me to select the range. Okay, now the range will be these numbers and comma. Now the criteria should become enclosed inside double quotes and put greater than. I want the sum of only those numbers which are greater, sorry, I want the count of only those numbers which are greater than 13. As here you can see inside our range we are having two numbers which are greater than 13, which are 14 and 15. So now I should get 2 as a result. You can see I got 2 because here inside the condition I have tell the count if function to return me the count of only those numbers which are greater than 13. Here that's why it has returned me the value of 2, because here in my range I have only two numbers which are greater than 13, which are 14 and 15. Okay, so this is how we can calculate count if in MS Excel 2016. Next we are having a max function. Max function returns us the maximum value within that range or between two numbers. Here the syntax of max is max number 1 and number 2. Okay, you can either specify two numbers or three numbers or four numbers, or you can select the range as I have done in our last examples. So I'll just delete it, put equal and then write max and then select the range. Now since I have selected the range, it will show me or it will return me the number which is greater than, which has the greater value in this range. So in this range I have 15, which is the greatest number in this range, so I will get a number as 15. You can see now if I put 20 here, so now the value will get changed from 15 to 20. See, I get 20, which is the maximum one in this series. Okay, now let's discuss about min. Min function returns me the minimum value between this range, in this range. So the syntax of min is min number 1 comma number 2 or the range. Let's delete it and put equal sign and then type min and then select the range. Now since in this range we have 10 as the least or the minimum value, so it will return me the value 10. And now I will just hit enter. You can see it returns me the value of 10. Now I will change the value of 13 to 2, so it will return me the value of 2. See here, this is how we can calculate the minimum value in MS Excel 2016. Median will return you the middle value in any range. Okay, so you can see the explanation here, median function returns the median or the middle value of a given range. Okay, so here I have a range started from 10 and ended to 16, and in this range I have the middle value in this range is 13. Okay, so median will return the middle or the center value of any range. So let's delete it and type equal and then median, and I will select the range, close the bracket and then hit enter. You can see I got a value of 30. Now if I change, I will add few more numbers like 17, 18 and 19. Now you can see in this 15, I guess the middle. Let's okay. I will just see what it will return. I will select the range, close the bracket, and then hit enter. You can see 14.5. If I hit, if I make another cell which is 20, and I will change the reference or the range here from 10 to 20, close the bracket. Now you can see I got a 15, which is the middle value in this range. Okay, so this is how we can use the median function, make use of median function to calculate the middle value within of a range. Next we are having mod function. Mod function returns the most common value in dataset. Okay, the most common value, the repeated values, the values that has been occurred multiple times. Here you can see 13 is been repeated many times, or the size 3 times 13, value of 13 is been appeared in this range. So this is the definition of this mod function. Mod will return the value which has been appeared multiple times in our range. So I'll just delete it, equal, and then mod. Okay, and then I will select the range, and I will close the bracket, and then you can see it has returned me the 30. Now if I change it to 2, 2, okay, now you can see, okay, let's make this one is also 2. Okay, you can see here the value gets changed to 2, because in this range 2 has been appeared multiple times. That's why mod has changed the value from 13 to 2. Okay, this is how we can use the mod function in Excel 2016 to calculate the number which has been appeared multiple times in a range. Next we are having average if. We have in the beginning of this movie we have seen how we can calculate average in MS Excel 2016. Here we are having another version of average which comes with the if condition. Okay, similar to count if and count. With the help of count we had count the numbers that are present in the range, and count if brings me the count of only those numbers which satisfies the condition, and the condition was greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. Exactly similar to that, average is an version of another version of average if, where it has come up with the if condition that allows us to calculate the average of a range, average of only those numbers which satisfies the condition. Here I will calculate the numbers which satisfies the condition. Now condition can be anything. Here you can see equal average, sorry, delete, equal average if range is this complete range, and comma, put a double quote, and then type greater than symbol. And now I want the average of only those numbers which are greater than 13. Okay, so I'll just close the bracket and close the bracket and then hit enter. Okay, let's make it as, just delete this, and let's come up in a serial order, and then type in average if, and then I will select the range, and I will put comma, and then in criteria I will just put a double quote, greater than symbol, and I want the average of only those numbers which are greater than 14. Close the bracket and then hit enter. You can see I got the average of those numbers which are greater than 14, which is 15 and 16. Okay, so this is how we can use the average if function to calculate the average of a range of numbers using an if condition. Okay, so I hope you understood different types of statistical functions present in MS Excel 2016. I hope you got some useful information out of this video in understanding different types of statistical functions. If you like this video, if you got some useful information out of this video, subscribe to our channel, click on like button, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.